That's when you're done. All right, well, we're here. I'm Jason Rubel. I'm the principal of East Hills, and on behalf of the faculty and staff, I'd like to welcome you to our 8th grade recognition assembly. Yeah, for sure. Well, you can clap it up. I feel super fortunate. You know, the sun is shining. We're going to have a nice, quick evening, and hopefully Mother Nature will cooperate. But before we begin, I'd also like to take a moment to thank Mrs. Bridges for organizing our program. Mrs. Bridges is our attendance secretary, and she has done an amazing job with this year's program. Also, thank you to both Mrs. Clausen and Mrs. Bridges for an amazing year in our main office. They are truly the backbone of our school community. A big thank you to Mihala Cobb and Kim Costas for a terrific year. You can wave there. There you go. At the helm of the PTO. We are so blessed to have supportive families and a special partnership between our parents and staff. Our families are truly what makes East Hills a special place, and we appreciate all of your encouragement and support. And this could not be more true this school year as we bonded together through unique circumstances with COVID and all the variety of learning experiences. So in fact, in response to our parents, we're going to ban the following words: hybrid, blended, synchronous, Zoom. Please take this survey. Please take this survey and turn it in by 5 tonight. Materials pickup, and of course the occasional unexpected pop-up asynchronous day. But we could not have done it, so thank you. And our PTO did a great job this past week highlighting our 8th graders with our yard signs and the swag, and just making us feel special through the 8th grade breakfast. So thank you again, PTO. To our 8th grade teachers and our UA staff, it is your drive and dedication and the time and effort that you put into our students that makes our school community special. I appreciate the way you model and direct and guide them, and they truly have benefited from it. Thank you, teachers. I'd also like to thank Mr. Southward and, of course, Mr. Callenquin, his counterpart. Our counseling staff is incredible. These are unique years, the 4th through 8th grade years, and we see so much development. And the way that our two counselors interact with our students, create a student-centered community is truly incredible. So thank you, Mr. Southward and Mr. Callenquin. Finally, I have a tremendous partner, Mrs. Conzen, our associate principal. Her role, an unsung hero, but also being caring and thoughtful, and the positive energy and focus really does make our school special. So thank you, Mrs. Conzen. So with that, we're going to get started with our recognition assembly. At this time, I'd like to invite Charlotte Baroki, Alex Moore, Raina Nandalar, and Merritt Wolf to the podium. As they come up, if you could please rise, they're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So I've done a few thank yous, but before I begin my specific remarks, I would, of course, like to thank all the important people in our students' lives that are here for them today. All the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends in the audience, of course, as well as the teachers and staff. On behalf of our students, thank you. And students, why don't you go ahead and just take a look around, turn around. You can go ahead, you can look at them up there. Yeah. We're here because of all of your energy and time and support, so thank you. So we have made it to the home stretch. I mean it. You are literally sitting on the home stretch of the track. We're here. But this is an important step of celebrating and reflecting on your time. As we discussed at the recognition assembly practice, this is one of the last times that you're really all together like this, as one group, as a part of our East Hills school community. While change can be good and is a part of life, it is also important to celebrate where we have been and what we have made together as a group. You know, I stand here, and it's a particularly unique experience. I spent 10 years of my career working at Andover, and then had the opportunity to come to East Hills, and this has been 10 years for me. So I've had that transition. You've had, for the most part, 4 years at East Hills, and you're about to transition to your high school experience, your next 4. And it goes without saying that just any time in life with transitions, that there are a lot of emotions. There's optimism, excitement, but there can also be worry and anxiety. But you're prepared for this. The past 16 months living through a pandemic have truly taught us something about transitions. For better or worse, we're all experts. The author Pemba Chodron writes about transitions in the book When Things Fall Apart. Life is a good teacher and a good friend. Things are always in transition, if you could only realize it. Nothing ever sums itself up in the way that we like to dream about. The off-center, the in-between, is an ideal situation, a situation in which we don't get caught up and we can open our hearts and minds beyond limit. So I'm not sure I would exactly call the last 16 months an ideal situation, but it certainly felt off-center and very much in between. And I appreciate, and I think we all understand how special it is to have moments like this again, the ability to be here today as a community. And like Pemba Chodron's words, we need to use our hard-earned pandemic understanding of perspectives to help us not get so caught up in the things that are passing, that are less consequential, the periphery, and truly open our hearts and minds beyond limit. Truly open ourselves to the needs of others and to become less divided. As you leave the hallways of East Hills, make the conscious choice to look for those in need around you and be a helping hand. Don't wait for others to help you. You are all leaders. You have the ability to act selflessly and in a community-focused manner. This is how we will grow and create an authentic sense of belonging, not only in our community, but across our state and nation. Look for ways to partner with others and be a blessing to them. I am confident in your abilities to do extraordinary things. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I can assure you that beyond the extraordinary, there are regular, everyday ways to make a difference. When you concentrate on serving others and think of causes greater than yourself, you choose to do things the right way rather than the easy way. We often want to shelter you, these adults in your lives, both here as our faculty and parents, but in reality, life is difficult. And there are challenging things that you'll experience. Let that be a lesson to us that the closer we are to the challenges, just like the pandemic, the closer we are to a breakthrough moment and a moment to celebrate like today. Finally, above all, dream big and remember that the small steps you take each day matter. Never discount the things you can do for others. Doing your chores at home, helping a neighbor, and looking for ways to support and build up your siblings, family, and friends. These steps prepare you and draw people to you. Don't be afraid to take risks and to act boldly. Invest in others. That's how you'll reach your fullest potential. Throughout your time at East Hills, you've been known as a very talented group. As a community, we have enjoyed watching you grow, and as adults in your lives, both family and educators, we have a great deal of pride in who you have become, and we have enjoyed helping to support you and grow your many talents. Your artwork, your athletic abilities, your writing, your presentations, your music abilities, your acting. I could go on. And in fact, our recognition assembly will celebrate many of these talents in just a little bit. But don't just go to high school. Use your gifts and many talents to support your school and larger community. Invest in others. Lift them up. Do the heavy lifting. Just like exercise, it will pay off. Make sacrifices and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to walk through the open door, but also be mindful and keep the door open for those that are walking behind you. And take on those new opportunities, all the cool things that await you, and be optimistic about it. Your ability and influence to make things better will improve our world. Be a shining light, a true advocate for others. Use those talents for the greater good. The future is indeed bright, and I cannot wait to see how you choose to shine your light for others. So with that, I'd like to congratulate you on this important achievement, but please remember to take the everyday small steps that will allow you to grow those many talents you are blessed with. We are very, very proud of you. Your family's proud of you. Your parents, your grandparents, your friends, your teachers, and staff. We are incredibly proud of you. Enjoy the summer, and remember that it's always great to be a Cavalier. Thank you again for such a great year. At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Conzen to the podium, and she's going to share a few words about our students' athletic and club experiences.
All right. Before I share athletics and clubs, I just want to say what a group. When I think about this class, you each have unique talents and skills. You are doers and you're givers. And as a group, you truly are dynamic. You've left a legacy at East Hills, and I'm so proud of you as you go on to make your next contribution. We're going to begin with athletics and clubs. And this recognizes those that made the most of the opportunities they had while at East Hills. You were connected and engaged. You joined others with similar interests, and you both contributed and you grew in these areas. So with clubs, and we're going to think about this a little between last year and this year, because this year is a little bit different. Art club, breakout club, foods with friends, games club, learning lab, Lego club, model UN and debate, newspaper club, science Olympiad, signing with friends, and yoga club, just to name a few of the opportunities. If you participated in any of these clubs last year or this year, I'd like to ask you to stand and then turn and face your families to be recognized. Thank you. For athletics, in middle school we have 4 seasons: fall sports, winter 1, winter 2, and spring. And again, being the year that it was, this year you got to experience spring sports, but we want to also recognize those of you that participated last year in 7th grade. Basketball, cross country, football, soccer, tennis, swim and dive, volleyball, wrestling, baseball, softball, track, and lacrosse. If you were part of any of these sports last year or this year, please stand to be recognized and turn and face your family and friends. Well done. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Southward. He's going to recognize students with all A's for 3 years.
Right, good evening. Will the students being recognized for receiving all A's for 3 years of middle school please come forward to be recognized? I am honored to recognize this group of amazing 8th grade students who received all A's throughout their middle school experience. This is always an insurmountable task for most students, and it's an open display of self-discipline, intrinsic motivation, and the mature foresight to understand the importance of a quality education. Bloomfield Hills community, I encourage you all to take the time to reach out to the following students and to congratulate them for a job well done. Rohit Bhattaprala, Anna Carlson, Melinda Cordero, Liam Drake, Emily Foyer, Emma Henry, Caroline King, Susanna Klein, Anna Cole, Sienna Lasala, David Laban, Rebecca Milch, Raina Mandalar, Brooke Pinoza, Addison Redding, Cameron Redding, Kiera Rolston, and Fernanda Salmon. Please, once again, give them a round of applause. And I would like to now invite Mrs. Rayburn to the podium to present our next award.
Hello. I have taught art to this group of students since their 5th grade year, and I've gotten to know them pretty well throughout the years. This class is full of talent, creativity, and a tremendous amount of potential for future success. As you go on to high school, I'd like to encourage you to keep being creative. Don't lose the spark of ingenuity and curiosity as you become young adults. As Picasso once said, all children are artists. The trick is to remain one as you grow up. So as you continue your education, don't be content just to learn great things. Strive to create great things as well. And remember to get your hands dirty and have some fun every once in a while. Will the students being recognized for having artwork chosen for the district art show, Art from the Hills, please come forward? Art from the Hills is an annual visual arts show comprised of the best artwork created by students from across all grades and schools within the Bloomfield Hills School District. Each art teacher, chooses the best examples of high-quality artwork made by their students to represent their building. The following 8th grade students had their artwork chosen to represent the East Hills building. Brianna Gibson, Rebecca Milch, Tyler Moore, Raina Nandler, Chiamaka Okeke, and Cameron Redding. Congratulations. Will the students being recognized for a Scholastic Art Award please come forward? What's going on? Let me see. Oh, they're going. Okay. Each year, East Hills Middle School participates in the Scholastic Art Awards competition. Our regional competition is comprised of Lenawee, Livingston, Monroe, Oakland, Washtenaw, and Wayne counties. There are more than 6,000 works of art entered from middle school and high school students, which are then adjudicated and selected for honorable mentions, silver, and gold keys. This year, we have 2 8th grade students from East Hills recognized for their artwork. We have Brianna Gibson, who had 3 honorable mentions and 2 silver keys for digital art, and Tyler Moore, who had 1 honorable mention for photography. Congratulations. Will the students being recognized with an Outstanding Art Student Award please come forward? Each year, I like to recognize the top students who have taken visual arts classes during their 8th grade year. These individuals have stood out as talented and creative artists, but also as outstanding students for their dedication, perseverance, and passion for creating art. These students go above and beyond when making their artwork. They show that their goal is not just a good grade, but also that they strive to create artwork that makes them proud. In turn, they have made me proud as their teacher. Evelyn Chin, Melinda Cordero, Brianna Gibson, William Harbor, Story Huntley, Rachel Hunkin, Lucas Kissendeel, Tyler Moore, Raina Nandaler, Chiamaka Okeke, Brooke Panozzo, Addison Redding, Cameron Redding, and Sofia Vega Robles Castillo. Congratulations to all East Hills artists. I'd like to introduce Mr. Nat Erda.
Good evening. I'm here as the orchestra director at East Hills, and I'm also here on behalf of Mrs. Rachel Lucas, the band director. Would the student being recognized for the MSBOA Scholar Instrumentalist Award please come forward? Students, the Michigan School and Band and Orchestra Association, or MSBOA, allows each music director to choose one ensemble member per school to receive the MSBOA Scholar Instrumentalist Award. This award recognizes students who achieve academically as well as musically. To be eligible, students must participate in at least one MSBOA event during the year. Congratulations, Anna Carlson, on winning this distinguished award. And now, would the recipients of the Band and Orchestra Directors Awards please come forward? Students who receive the 8th grade Director's Award demonstrate dedication to the band or orchestra program and concerts, demonstrate pride in the quality of their performance, and exemplify the leadership that benefits the whole ensemble. Their positive attitude and enthusiasm makes the whole group better. We recognize these students for their commitment and contributions to their ensemble. This year, we're recognizing Liam Drake, Rachel Hankin, and Chiamaka Okeke. And finally, would the participants in the Solon Ensemble Festival please come forward to be recognized? The MSBOA Solon Ensemble Festival gives students the opportunity to prepare a solo or small group piece on their own with some coaching from their director or private teacher. Throughout the process, students work to make their piece performance ready, which challenges them to solve problems and think critically about their music. Students then perform for an adjudicator and receive feedback and a score. This requires students to be self-motivated, bold risk takers, resilient when receiving feedback, and to maintain composure under pressure. This year, I'd like to congratulate these award-winning performers: Nathaniel Bell, Anna Carlson, Sarah Janos, Rachel Hankin, Audrey Taylor, Rushika Vasista. And now I'd like to introduce the choir director, Mr. Jay Schumacher.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations, 8th graders, to begin with. This is really a privilege to be here talking with you and acknowledging all the amazing things that you've done. I can't tell you how excited I am for you and to have been your teacher for the past 4 years. I'm trying to hold it together, okay? But congratulations already. And what I'm going to be presenting for you right now are outstanding achievements in either choir, forensics, drama class, and musical theater. And there are many, many students out here that are all deserving of these next awards, and I, again, applaud you. So know that I love you all and just wish I could give every person this award, but the following people consistently showed just wonderful leadership skills and qualities throughout their entire time in this past class over the year, and it also was, in addition to their tremendous talents that they were displaying. So thank you all, and we're going to start with choir. And so any of the choir students that are being recognized for choir talent and leadership awards, come on up, please. All right. So we have Bashar Abdul Mutalib and Sahana Rao. Bashar is always trying his personal best, and he's always singing, and that's exactly what I encourage in choir, and I just thank him so much. And Sahana Rao is just like a musical theory master, and she probably already has perfect pitch and all sorts of different musical knowledge, and I just think the world of both of them, and I think they're the perfect examples moving into high school for all others that are in a choir ensemble with them. So congratulations to them both. Next, can we please have the students that are being acknowledged for their achievements in forensics come forward? All right. So over the years, these talented students have just shown amazing skills throughout competing in either fall or spring statewide forensics tournaments. Several of these students have received first place winning competition results, beating out students from 20 different schools throughout the state. They go on to exceed in other areas besides forensics, but there are 13 different categories that you can choose to be a part of, and then you practice throughout a semester trying to build those skills. And these are by far some of the most talented students I've ever worked with. So congratulations to Emily Foyer, Brooke Hawkins, David Labond, Catherine Nahas, Fernanda Salman, and Tasneem Taha. Congratulations to you all. And I'm going to come see you in high school forensics. Okay, love you guys. All right, guys. Next, we're going to move on to our Drama Talent and Leadership Awards. Please, if you are recognized for those, come on up, drama students. So this past fall, we put on a virtual play. We've never done this before at East Hills. They put on a show called Virtually Ever After, and everyone included in this group. And I would like all the people in fall drama, if you were in the play, can you stand up, please? If you were in the fall play of the Virtually Ever After, can we give them all a round of applause for their hard work? The first students to ever put on a play on Zoom here in East Hills, and it was fabulous. So groundbreakers to begin with. And we have, to start, Rohit Bhattaprolo, Kendall Crawford, Noah Murray, and Elena Parada. And before they go, all of them are such strong actors. They make such strong choices. They're always prepared. They're always there. And they make others around them feel really good about themselves, and that's exactly the type of person you want to be in a play working on a production or just in a class in school in general. So your futures are looking very bright. Keep it up, all you four. Congratulations. And then finally, last but definitely not least, we have our Musical Theater Leadership and Talent Awards. If you are being recognized, please come up for that. Thank you. I really appreciate all the applause that you're giving for these students because, yet again, these are performers that have been performing for no audiences besides me, the lucky one, who gets to be their teacher and watch them and have them just give their talents and effortlessly try their best to put on something so special. And these five are being recognized for their work as we've been moving together through our musical theater class. And we just finished recording just this past week Legally Blonde Jr., and that is still in the editing process, but all of them had different roles in the show, but the way they stepped up to help others learn their part, to the way they prepared for their own role, to the whole working together process. It was just so much fun, and I'm really going to miss these five in particular, and anyone in the fifth grade musical. We did that Aladdin, right? We did Aladdin. Anyone in the 8th grade musical, can we stand up? Legally Blonde people, go ahead and stand up. Congratulations. Woo! And we have, starting here, Caleb Bivens, David Labond, Rebecca Milch, Catherine Nahas, and the woman who played Elle, Paula V. Plaucha. Congratulations. So we recorded all different scenes based on our schedules and tried the best to social distance on stage, singing with masks, using our eyes to tell a story, using our voices to tell another story. And I just can't thank them enough for taking on this, yet again, first time we've ever done something like this opportunity. So congratulations. I look forward to seeing you in the high school productions. Love you guys. See ya. And next I would like to welcome Mrs. McKinder, our world language teacher, as she presents the next awards. Thank you all.
Will the students being recognized for excellence in Spanish please come forward?
These students have shown high levels of proficiency in listening, reading, writing, and speaking throughout 8th grade and 6th grade and 7th grade nonetheless. It's been pretty amazing to see them grow over the past 3 years, and not just these students, but many of the students sitting here who have taken Spanish. You've just been great. Seeing you develop over the years, creating your own stories, listening, understanding, answering questions. I could just be giving this award in Spanish, and your children would know exactly what I was saying. So thank you so much for your hard work. These students are Mark Asmar, Brianna Gibson, Caroline King, David Labond, Anya Monga, Reina Nandalur, Chiamaka Okeke, Sahana Rao, Kira Rolston, and Rashika Vazishta. Now I'd like to recognize the students for excellence in Chinese. Well, I'm not your Chinese teacher, if you haven't noticed, but I do know that learning Chinese, wow. I personally don't think I could do it. You've had to learn to draw characters with perfection, and by the end of 8th grade, I know you've had to write your own stories, and again, I just think that's incredible. So congratulations on this astounding achievement, and I hope you continue to learn Chinese with Mrs. Li Zhen in the future, because she teaches at the high school. These students are Rohit Bhattaprolu, Andrew Rector, Addison Redding, and Cameron Redding. Thank you so much. Really, again, I just want to say I'm going to miss you so much, 8th graders. You are a truly special class, and I hope you come and visit me next year. I'd now like to welcome Mrs. Rowe.
Will the students who participated in the Nike Game Growers Essay Contest this school year please come forward to be recognized? Nike Game Growers is an exclusive opportunity for 7th and 8th grade girls aged 13 and above to share their ideas on how to encourage more girls to play sports and empower them. 2 girls are selected by each participating WNBA and NBA teams as game grower co-captains to develop ideas that could grow sports and participation for girls. Congratulations to Anna Carlson and Chiamaka Okeke on winning this year's essay contest for the state of Michigan. We couldn't be proud. Well done. And now I'd like to call Mrs. Reamer up for the Science and Engineering Awards.
Good evening, everyone. Will the students being recognized for participation in Science Olympiad please come forward to be recognized? Science Olympiad is a club in which students attend a regional event to compete against other middle school students from across the country in events that span across all aspects of science: inquiry, physics, chemistry, life science, geology, and engineering. Students prepare all year long, both in and out of school, for their competition, which takes both dedication and a passion for science. This year, our entire program was completed on Zoom, including our final regional events. This year, I'd like to congratulate Sierra Anthony, Shuai Pasan, Reina Nandalur, and Chiamaka Okeke. Awesome job, and I hope you all continue your Science Olympiad journey next year in high school. I would now like to invite Mr. Southward to the podium to present our next award.
All right. So we can't end this science and engineering conversation without recognizing the robotics program. Will the students being recognized for participation in the robotics program over the past 2 years please come forward to be recognized? Once again, it is an honor to recognize a group of students who pursued a deeper knowledge of enhancing their career-related passions through the Robo Rangers team. Say it again. All right. This motivated group of students joined the robotics program to learn and to think like engineers. They had the chance to design, build, and program robots, later competing in an alliance format against other teams at local and state levels. We look forward to these students further preparing themselves at the high school level to become more able to compete globally. Congratulations to Rohit Batiprolo, Evelyn Chen, John Cobb, William Harbour, Caroline King, Lucas Kissendell, Naveen Pulkat, and Max Chow. Thank you all for making East Hills a better learning environment. I would now like to invite Mikkel Reamer to the podium to present our next award.
I'm representing Mr. Masucci this evening, and I'd like to invite the Student Leadership Council to come forward to be recognized. The Student Council is a group of leaders committed to making a positive difference in our school community and engaging in causes beyond their self-interest. From organizing school events to spearheading fundraisers, these servant leaders help make a challenging year a little bit easier. However, more important than their service was the positive example these 8th graders were to our younger Student Council members. These folks are outstanding students and people of high competence and high character. The 8th grade students we're recognizing for their leadership this evening are Nathaniel Bell, Kendall Crawford, Paige Gardner, William Harbour, Susanna Klein, Quincy Lau, Rebecca Milch, Reina Nandalur, Brooke Pinozzo, and Tasneem Taha. Congratulations, and thank you for making East Hills a great place to go to school. I would now like to invite Mr. Southward back to the podium to present our next award.
I am not Mr. Southward. I am Mrs. Akers. And I am here, usually, I am not here. This is my first 8th grade graduation, and it's because this is the first year I was in charge of the yearbook. And what a unique year it has been. And these 4 young ladies have come forward on their own and helped me tremendously. Kendall Crawford, Paige Gardner, Susanna Klein, and Reina Nandular. This was while I was feeling quite overwhelmed. These 4 young ladies came and helped me create the yearbook. I was not going to say no. I had no idea how we were going to fill up the pages this year, but in the spring, coming back, we were able to be more generous with our photographs. These girls helped choose the topics that were sent out as Google Forms. I want to thank them, as well as all you parents, for sending in pictures of your children's different events and activities that they participated in this last year. I want to thank these girls for their input and ideas for layouts, choosing the color scheme, deciding what pages should have the different groups of pictures. I'm deeply grateful for their help and willingness to take on this task with me. You have all done an outstanding job, which is not quite finished yet, I want to remind you. So thank you again for your great work. I would like to now invite Mr. Southward up to the podium.
All right, so we're starting to wind down our program. And in doing so, we want to recognize one of our largest group of students, and I'm pleased today to say that it's our National Junior Honor Society. The following students are being recognized for the National Junior Honor Society at East Hills. The opportunity for the NJHS elevates our students' commitment to scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. Students who aspire to become members of the NJHS must consistently demonstrate the highest standard of these 5 core principles. As these students walk to the field, please give them a round of applause. These students have not only maintained excellent behavior marks throughout their 8th grade year, they also maintained a 3.5 GPA or higher. This is a major accomplishment that requires another round of applause because it took these students countless hours of studying, a commitment to learning, and the intrinsic motivation to excel to get where they're at today. Congratulations to the following 8th grade student for achieving membership into this exclusive organization. The 2021 scholars are as follows: Sierra Anthony, Mark Asmar, Charlotte Baroki, Charlotte Belarian, Rohit Bhattiprola, Caleb Bivens, Anna Carlson, Natalie Chen, Valencia Chen, Evelyn Chen, John Cobb, Melinda Cordero, Kendall Crawford, Lauren Cousin, Lim Drake, Patrick Fritz, Paige Gardner, Brianna Gibson, Shuaib Hassan, Emma Henry, Story Huntley, Sarah Janos, Preston Cashamoon, Lucas Kissendale, Susanna Klein, Anna Cole, Sienna Lasala, Rebecca Milch, Anya Monga, Tyler Moore, Raina Nandalar, Chiamaka Okeke, Brooke Pinoza, Eliana Parada, Pallavi Plusha, Naveen Pulakat, Addison Redding, Cameron Redding, Kiera Rolston, Fernanda Salmon, Isabella Sakwadir, Julius Stevens, Audrey Taylor, Evan Vida, Merrick Wolf. So please give these students a round of applause, and do know that the list go on, and we look forward to celebrating these accomplishments in the future as well. At this point, I would like to call up our representative for the 8th grade team, Lauren Rowe, who will have our closing words for the class of 2021.
All right, well, good evening. What a year we have had. It is so strange that we finally have made it to June, and I'm so proud of all of you guys. So I wanted to end on some closing remarks, reflecting on our time together. Many of you entered our hallways 4 years ago as fifth graders, eager for lockers and to eat in a cafeteria. Your fifth grade highlights included going to Camp Copenhagen, testing your fears on the high ropes course or zip line, playing with those annoying fidget spinners, and the constant selling of slime between classmates. Then a year later, you entered a traditional middle school schedule as a sixth grader, learning how to balance the changing of classes, utilizing the tools of Google Classroom, popping water bottles, and singing, "I'm gonna take to the," that's right, as you walk through the halls. As another year passed, you entered seventh grade eager, and then the pandemic hit. You learned how much you missed the interaction of your classmates, going to school, and you didn't get your typical end of the year send off, but excelled in learning the true art of TikTok. And then, in the fall of your eighth grade year approach, we started virtual, went hybrid, back to virtual, back to hybrid, full in-person learning. Sorry, Mr. Rubel, I didn't know I couldn't put that in my speech. And then throughout the course of this year, you learn the true life skills of managing flexibility and the ability to overcome any obstacle thrown your way. These two skills will come in handy as you enter high school. As you leave here today, look at your 4 years here and how trends and fads tend to end or fade away, but your memories and friendships will last a lifetime. To end, you have all made a lasting impression here at East Hill. Ask any teacher in any hallway. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. It has been an amazing eighth grade year. And before we call you up to receive your certificates, I will leave you with this. In the words of a great novel, stay golden. We expect great things from each and every one of you, and we wish you the very best as you begin the exciting new chapter in your lives. Thank you again for a great school year. We are so proud. As we take the time to recognize each one of our Cavaliers, we ask that everyone in the audience today please hold your applause until all students have received their awards. Will the eighth grade students please stand to be recognized?
All right, the eighth grade class of 2021. Bashar Abdul Matalib. Emmanuel Adewumi. Yusuf Adnan. Grace Alcasis. Sierra Anthony. Mark Asmar. Roman Bari. Charlotte Baroque. Hanalina Becker. Nathaniel Bell. Tyler Burnett. Charlotte Baylarian. Rohit Badiprolu. Caleb Bivens. Cecilia Bolster. Nicholas Brown. Devin Burns. Anna Carlson. Natalie Chen. Valencia Chen. Evelyn Chin. John Cobb. Melinda Cordero. Nehemiah Kosi. Kendall Crawford. Lauren Cuson. Frankie Dedvukai. Arbor Demboge Bayer. Muhammad Demi. Nina DeFonso. Dominic Dostal. Shh. Sorry, it's reaction. Liam Drake. Emily Foyer. Patrick Fritz. Paige Gardner. Brianna Gibson. Ashlyn Groves. Muhammad Haji. Seven Hannah. Aleka Harlem Papalas. William Harbor. Shuaib Hassan. Omar Hasuna. Brooke Hawkins. Emma Henry. Robert Houston. Story Huntley. Sarah Janos. Leah Jansen. Garrett Johnston. Julian Johnston. Preston Cashamoon. Rachel Hankin. Giorgio Kodikian. Anna Keek. Caroline King. Lucas Kisundiel. Susanna Klein. Anna Cole. Sienna LaSala.
Betsy Lansu. David Labond. Quincy Lau. Elvis Lee. Devin Lee. Pasha Lumelski. Alessia Mara. Francis Mathis. Rebecca Milch. Anya Manga. Alexander Moore. Tyler Moore. Francesca Murray. Noah Murray. Catherine Nahas. Raina Nandler. Chiamaka Okeke. Christopher Osborne. Brooke Pinozzo. Zero Paul. Anthony Pierce. Isaiah Peck. Elena Parada. Gwydion Perry. Pallavi Plaucha. Naveen Polakat. Cameron Quain. Sahana Rao. Andrew Rector. Addison Redding. Cami Redding. Kira Rolston. Hasham Saleh, Fernanda Salmon, Aiden Samuels, Isabella Sockwadir, Charlotte Sidal, Isaiah Sims, Lori Sin, Evan Spruill, Bryce Stachel, Dylan Stako, Julia Stevens, Phineas Sutton, Tasneem Taha, Audrey Taylor, Jacob Trozak, Michael Turner, Rishika Vasista, Sofia Vega Robles Castillo, Evan Vida, Nathan Vorakara, Luca Vukatic Apone, Leilana Walker, Stephen White, Inansi Wooten, Matthew Wright, Merrick Wolf, and Max Schau. Congratulations, 8th graders. We are so proud of you.
We could not be prouder. Congratulations, East Hills. You've been an amazing group. Just hearing all those accomplishments, successfully walking that yellow line there. It's a big deal to be a part of this community, and I couldn't be prouder of the way you've led us. So thankful to have a dedicated staff to support you and just wonderful parents. So you've done it. Let your light shine. Congratulations. Woo! Thank goodness Mother Nature behaved, and please take advantage of a lovely evening. Take some pictures. Connect with your family and friends. Congratulations.